So those were your cousins. Those were not your cousins. What are they?
Don't talk about cousins. Keep off family matters. Hii ni mambo ya familia.
Piga kelele. Piga kelele namna hiyo. Weka tu.
So he creates problems. He is invited into government and starts eating. And that is why like now he is quiet. Because he is a very good observer of good manners. When you are on the table eating, you don't talk.
I do not regret what we did. Even you are saying one term. So what? It's the Kenyans who will decide the term.
My place there in the mountain, hiyo nimefunga na kifunguo nikawachia Justin Muturi akae naye.
Wachunge password, sisi ndio tuko nayo. Washanzi sana.
Mimi hiyo password sitaki.
Ni nani ana password?
Utakuta hiyo password ni 04. Ukipewa tu simu hivi uingize 1 2 3 4, simu imeshafunguka. Ama ukute ni 1905 ile mwaka alizaliwa. Hiyo password ni anaturingia nayo.
Ukisema nyinyi mna password ya politics ya Kenya, mnajidanganya.
Sisi vijana hatuheshimu password. Wale watu wanafanya hacking ya simu na bank na wale wa mulot wanaweza iba M-Pesa yako ukiwa umekaa hapa. Ni kina nani? Ni kina nani? So sisi tunawaambia password yao wakae nayo tu. Tutapiga simu mahali inaitwa mulot. Kuna vijana huko mulot wanajua kufungua simu yako bila kuwa na password.
We will hold on a password of leadership in 2027 and so many years to come. Password ya leadership iko na Raila Amolo Odinga, password iko na Musalia Mudavadi, password iko na William Samoei Ruto.
Lakini mzee atuoli kama hiyo password ulimnyima Weta, ukanyima Mudavadi password, umenyima Kalonzo, umenyima mpaka shemeji yako Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga, Mheshimiwa Mudavadi, wameng'ang'ana kutafuta njia ya kuingia State House. Atuoli kumbe yako na password na amenyamaza tu. Hasemi na hapeani. 2022 tunang'ang'ana kunatafuta njia ya kuingia State House. Atuoli badala atupatie password anatuambia tukate miti Sugoi.
Mimi ni noma si noma. Mimi ni fire si fire.
I've seen that fellow called Soprano issuing a lot of threats every day. Oh, mimi ni fire, mimi ni noma. Oh, don't push me around.
Mimi ni noma si noma. Mimi ni fire si fire.
I want to tell Soprano to take time to read Wallace Soyinka. In one of his greatest works he says, a tiger does not proclaim its tiger shoot. It bounces.
Alishindwa kuwa deputy president akumaliza hata half term. Alafu anakuja kutuambia sijui one, sijui what term. Yeye mwenyewe angemaliza a half term.
Every day they discuss me in parliament for 2 hours and say they arrest me. I just move on. I am not a leader who buys fear.
Don't blackmail us. Don't threaten us.
When my day to go to Kenya is due, I'll announce the date,
yes,
the hour, and the flight number.
Kwa history ya Kenya anakaa kama mtu hajawahi kuwa deputy president. Ilioshwa kabisa na ile impeachment ikapotea. Alafu anakuja kutupatia lecture hapa. Hapana.
Mtu asiguze Rigathi Gachagua.
They have no plan, they have no vision, they have hata akili hawana.
Hii jamaa nitamkimbiza kama baisikeli ya kuibiwa.
Yaani Gachagua umshindwa hata kwenda raundi nusu uongozi. Watu ambia si one time, utaweza nini wewe?
Na uwezi kwenda kwa nchi nyingine kubetray nchi yako.
Kwetu pale kwa Ruto ukienda cabinet unainama kwanza, ukiingia karibu uguse kichwa na sakafu. And nobody is allowed to say anything.
Mimi sasa naweza kuongea vyovyote kwa sababu nimestaafu kwa serikali na kwa siasa. Mungu anataka kafara pia. Na atapita na watu hapa. Na mimi ndio nikasema wacha nijiondoe asipite na mimi.
Watu wa Pwani, watu wote kwa jumla, tukae ngangari na William Samoei Ruto. DJ nieke kitu.
Mbele mbele, mimi sipendi tena. Sipendi tena hizo ni stories za jaba. Kiherehere, mimi sipendi.
Fantastic. You know, when you see those vibwanga unajua tuko live hapa ndani ya Freak 24, and of course political discussion here is where you get the latest news when it comes to the politics and also give you the momentum to know what is happening. Of course, you are pushed here, so if you are here, join us. This is a Freak 24 political discussion, and we welcome you wherever you're following us. Join us here so that you can be part of us, so that we can discuss more about what is happening in the world of politics. Gachagua comments yesterday during the explainer has raised a lot of concerns, but before I go into that, I want to say thank you so much, Mesha Kiserian, Jackson Komu, I can see Victor Kimutai Kilimo, HSC, I call live, Nona Ezra, now I can see also David Mutiso, Nechi Moshi. People who are following this discussion. So if you're following this discussion from other social media platforms, please subscribe to Freak 24 TV YouTube channel, and then we will appreciate for that. I can see Ezra, I can see Jade Kamadie still is following this great conversation. Join us. I have shared the link there, and this link will direct you to the studio, and you will talk to millions of Kenyans following this great conversation here as we discuss more about what is happening. Of course, Gachagua's sentiments yesterday raised a lot of concerns during the explainer that he had the other day, that is Tuesday, with one of the mainstream media houses in Kenya. It has raised a lot of concerns, and we are here to discuss about the remarks from the former Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. He seems to have more secrets when it comes to the government, and he is still releasing them one by one. Of course, the former DP Rigathi Gachagua, he launched a blistering attack on President William Ruto, accusing him of orchestration of corruption and bribery within the parliament. That is Rigathi yesterday during the explainer that he had, and a lot of people have reacted to that, and people have followed that discussion, and it has also given Kenyans another topic to discuss. Nixon Mokopi, I can see you. I can see Hassan Mehdi, people following this great conversation. Here we're discussing about Gachagua explainer, of course, which raised a lot of eyebrows. And this is after the remarks that he made that the president, of course, and the attack to the president, saying that he is one of the people collaborating and causing this corruption. And of course, during the explainer, and I quote where he was being interviewed by one of the mainstream media houses, Gachagua claimed that the head of state has no moral authority to accuse lawmakers of corruption, alleging that the head of state has been paying members of parliament and senators to advance into his political and legislative agenda. Is this true? Do you agree with this? If you're following us here, do you agree with these remarks from Rigathi? Do you agree with the remarks from Rigathi? Is Rigathi saying the truth? Tell us. Join us here live. And he also contradicted to the remarks that he made during the United States of America tour. He contradicted to that remarks, and we have a lot of things to discuss here. Let's also listen to what he had to say in the USA before he was slammed by the interviewer yesterday during that interview that happened at his home, Karen Live. Gachagua interview raising eyebrows to most of politicians, most of Kenyans, after the remarks that he made that day, that is yesterday, when he was being interviewed.
There is a bill that was brought in the Senate here calling for an investigation to facilitate the reviewing of the relationship between Kenya and the US in matters, the status of non-NATO ally. And I want to ask you to lobby your senators and your congressmen to support that bill by giving facts of what is happening back at home, which you are aware. I've seen people back at home trying to blame me because of that matter that has been brought to the Senate. I did not bring it. I'm not a senator in the US. They are directed their anger at me. All manner of accusations. I did not bring the matter, but I support it because the issues that have been raised by the Americans is the issues that I raise every day. The issues of extrajudicial killings, abductions, the issue of interfering in Sudan by working with the terrorist group called RSAF, the issue of working with Al-Shabaab. Those issues were brought by the Americans. And all I said is that Kenyans should support by giving information to the legislators here to enable America hold William Ruto to account. And I did ask the Americans not to impose sanctions on Kenya because Kenya is innocent, but to apply sanctions against William Ruto as a person so that he can be brought to order. So I found a member of parliament from Mandera there in parliament making a lot of noise, saying that I'm against the people of Mandera. I have nothing against the people of Mandera, and he should not drag the people of Mandera into the challenges William Ruto is facing with the American people. Nowhere did anybody say that the people of Mandera have committed any crime against anybody. What we said is that the Americans are saying William Ruto met some bad people in Mandera. If you meet bad people in Mandera, it does not mean that the people of Mandera are party to the meeting that you had. So I also saw the senator trying to say that we have a problem with the Somali community because we are asking that William Ruto be held to account. Nobody has any problem against any community. The Somalis are part of Kenya, and they are a very serious community that has done a lot in the transformation of our country and the economic development of our nation. They are very serious drivers of our economy. They are very aggressive in business. So the senator of Mandera, don't drag the Somali community into the challenges facing William Ruto. It's William Ruto who is being told to account by the Americans for his activities with the terrorist organizations. The people of Mandera, the Somali community, are innocent and have nothing to do with it. And by the way, I want to tell the politicians there in northern Kenya, if you want to defend William Ruto, defend him. But don't try to create a wedge between us and the Somali community because we have nothing against them. They are part of Kenya, and they too are telling us they are suffering just like the rest of Kenyans. And doesn't mean because Aden Ware is eating, the Somali community are eating. They are also complaining of marginalization. They are complaining of bad economic times. In fact, the Somali community, more than any other, has really borne the brunt of extrajudicial killings and forced disappearances for a long time. So let nobody try to create a wedge between those opposed to William Ruto and communities. Let William Ruto answer the Americans for what he has done and what he has not done.
Rigathi, he answered those questions yesterday during that interview. He said he has evidence. Is this remarks coming from the former DP, making Kenya to have a lot of questions? What do you have to say about the yesterday's explainer that happened? I can see we have a lot of people following this discussion. I can see Honorable Emmanuel Moria, I can see you. Karibu sana, join us here. Here is free discussion happening free. Join the studio. The link you are seeing there, just click this link and then this link will direct you to the studio here, discussing about the current happenings. And of course, the Gachaguas explainer yesterday has caused a lot of debate in the social media. People are keen now following what he said on the social media and the impact of that to the Kenyan politics as we head to 2027. Of course, he is a former DP, so some of the remarks said from there are sensitive. So what do you have to say about that?
To start with, my forums were not a praise and worship session. I didn't want people to come and praise and worship me and agree with me 100%. I was very happy to have negative criticism and had an opportunity to explain to the young girl that when I speak to people, my work is to give them hope and to give them encouragement. When I met some Mount Kenya people in Boston, they are business people there, I had to affirm them and say what is their place in our growth of our economy.
What do you think is the place of the Mount Kenya people in the economy?
They are hardworking. I said you people are hardworking. You are industrious. You are central in the Kenyan economy. And I'm very happy that the same industry I see back home is what I see here in Boston. And you must continue with that spirit. Those people who I met in Boston were from the Mount Kenya. I speak their language. I had no business speaking to them in English because I was in Boston. The fact that I was in Boston did not make me English. I was still Kikuyu. They were all Kikuyus. They had called me for a boozy in a traditional way because I'm an elder. And they said, we have an organization here from home. We want you to come as an elder. We give you boozy. And when I rose to speak to them, I spoke to them in our language. And I just talked to them about industry, about working hard. And I was very happy with what they are doing. And I told them even back at home, this community is hardworking and it plays a very central role in the economic development of our country. I didn't say that others don't work hard. I didn't say others are not important. And Yvonne, even you are an anchor. When I speak to you as a leader, I must affirm you. I must say, Yvonne, you are a good presenter. Here you are. Let me take you through. I'll take some time. It's not me. I was simply asking him to answer. Senator James Rich is the chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee in American Senate. Tabled a bill in the Senate asking that the status of Kenya as a non-NATO ally be reviewed in view of the following allegations. Relations with China, that is one. Number two, relations with Iran. Number three, government of Kenya and key officials of Kenya with non-state armed groups and violent extremist organizations, including the Rapid Support Forces and Al-Shabaab, participation in the Belt and Road Initiative, and then blocked persons and foreign terrorist organizations, including such individuals and entities based in southern Sudan and Somalia. Again, extrajudicial killings and abductions. I'm not the one who came with these allegations. So, when these allegations came and they were in the headline, Kenya is under investigations in the Senate. This is a bill. I've given it to you. President William Ruto replied and said the Americans have a problem with him because he has opened bilateral trade with China, which is good for the country. And that is why the Americans want to review their relationship with Kenya.
Yes, that is Rigathi Gachagua. I think you have heard him speaking, saying, yes, Kenya is under investigation. And he's saying he cannot provide evidence to a country where there is no investigation. So Kenya is being investigated. That is according to what Gachagua is saying, that Kenya is being investigated. Kenya is being investigated by the United States of America. So he is questioning the president, that is Rigathi, questioning the president, saying, no, things that are happening in this country, we need to put them into account. I can see people following from Mutembei, Afrique 24. I can see people following this discussion. Honorable Emmanuel Lomurua, Victor Kibon. I can see you, Victor Kibon. Bana join the studio hapa, ingia utupatie vibwanga, utuambie pia mambo ni gani, unaonaje kuhusu maneno ya aliyekuwa naibu wa rais Rigathi Gachagua kuhusu rais wa nchi ya Kenya. Anaona pia kuna Hassan Medi, Jade Kamadie, Meshak. I can see you are following this discussion. We are asking you about the remarks from Rigathi. What you need to do, click the link. This link will direct you to the studio and we are going to have you here live in the Africa 24 political discussion. Join us. And also, please make sure if you're following us from other social media platforms, you subscribe to Africa 24. Here you'll get all the news that entails politics, sports, entertainment, breaking news, and also the platform we give you here live as we discuss and talk to other people who are following this discussion here as we focus on 2027. You know, the main drive is 2027. Is it going to be a 2-term, 1-term, or we're going to get a new leader? Of course, the remarks from the former DP are alarming, and we are discussing all those here in Africa 24 political discussion. Also, the president today met leaders from Kiambu County. That is after the other day, the Gen Z just visited the State House, and a lot happened during that visit from Gen Z. And Gachagua today is saying that this is, I quote from what Gachagua said, at State House is a crime scene. That is Rigathi G saying that. It is a crime scene from Rigathi G. That is what Rigathi G said. Kwamba, it's a crime scene. Instead, the president today, even Gachagua yesterday, he mentioned about the meeting of the Kiambu leaders. Today also the president met the Kiambu leaders. And he spoke.
Of the 6 countries that were expected to default, all the 5 defaulted, Kenya did not. Ninyi mnanielewa? Kenya did not. And I can stand here and tell you our economy is now in very sound footing. Our inflation has come down from 9.6% to 4%. Dollar reserves, because najua mmesoma, dollar reserves ambayo ilikuwa $5.7 billion, today it is $11.8 billion. We have doubled our dollar reserves. We have increased our import cover of dollars from 2.5 months to 5.2 months of import cover. Ninyi mnanielewa? 2 months ago, nyinyi mnafuata mambo yanavyoendelea duniani. 2 months ago, IMF wenyewe wakasema, wakatoa taarifa ya performance of different economies in the world. And Kenya, which was struggling in 2022, by 2025, Kenya had grown its economy. We were number 8 in 2022. Today, we are number 6. We have overtaken Ethiopia. We have overtaken Angola. Nini mnanielewa? And that is why I can stand here and confidently tell you we have managed this economy well, and the future is bright.
The president's, the future is bright. That is what the president had to tell the Kenyans.
Anasema unaona bibi yangu yuko hapa. William Ruto hakutaka nitembee na mama kanisani akiweko. Nikionekana mimi niko na bibi na yeye hana, picha si mzuri. Nafikiri alikuwa anaona mimi sijakuja na bibi yangu. Mlipangia mimi pahali nitatembea na bibi yangu nikiwa kwa ofisi. Sasa nimetoka. Sasa mimi nikitembea na bibi yangu, what is your problem?
Hata kwanza kutembea na bibi yako kila siku. Hakuna mwanaume anatembea na mwanamke akitembea akifanya siasa.
Sasa nimeona hii watu ya Ruto wanalalamika ati mimi natembea na bibi yangu kanisani. Sasa wanataka nitembee na nani? Usilete kombe kwanza kwa demu wangu manze. I said usinilete
Akiamuka kwa kitanda na bibi yake,
utamu iko mtu akiwa ndani ama nje. Mnapenda utamu ama hamtaki?
Ati hakuna kuingiza na kutoa. Mnaingiza inakaa ndani.
I push it in. She start to shout.
Mtanipigia tukelele oyo lakini mtati.
Si waliambiwa apigwe risasi na miguu?
Nipige risasi kwa mguu.
Hata ukichukua yule mtu ambaye wanaita sijui wa Munyoro aende pale, hakuna tofauti ataleta.
No, Rigathi is not the solution. I've never said I'm the solution. I cannot be the solution. The solution is one term.
Ruto must go. Ruto must go. You know, hata Ruto akitoka, hiyo si suluhu.
Raila Odinga brings nothing to the table. Even if they are together, we'll beat them 70+1.
The politicians are talking too much. Talking too much.
Ni fire si fire.
Unasikia huyu anasimama, anaongea, pressure zishuke.
Extra pressure baby when you want and you're killing the boy of course.
Sasa wale wakora wanazurura huko Nairobi kuuza ukabila, watawezana na William Ruto? Watawezana na William Ruto jameni?
Even if we go to a contest of contesting for a girlfriend with the government, it cannot win against us.
Fire, fire. Fire, fire.
Hapa Amerika mnasemaje? Wewe Kasongo. Wewe Kaongo.
Hawa majamaa wengine hawa hawawezi kuwaambia chochote, watawaambia Ruto must go. One term. Kasongo. Sasa
My brother Rigathi anasema one term. Mimi ninasema no term. No term.
Simu mawasikia? Wamewaeleza mambo ya kilimo hata siku moja. Wako na mpango tofauti ya ile mimi niko nayo ya mambo ya matibabu.
Moto wa Ruto moto umehewa. Moto Kawanjiko moto. Moto kwa Ichung'wa moto. Moto wa Kindiki moto. Setani anainama, anaangalia, akaona Kindiki akatoroka huyo.
Tuwe na kongamano ili tuzungumuze shida ni iko wapi.
It's not possible to have any dialogue with William Ruto.
Mimi naelewa Biblia. Mimi nimefundishwa Biblia. Inasema mahali kuna umoja, pale Mungu anaamuru baraka. Mungetaka mimi nikuje niendeshe Kenya kwa migawanyiko? Na mimi najua Biblia inasema umoja.
Because the guy is a pathological liar.
Kiongea anasema ati yeye hataki kuongelea. Wewe endelea tu na yako. Sisi pia tutaendelea na yetu. Lazima watu wasungumuze. Mambo ya kuzungumuza ndio umetufikisha pale tuko sahi.
Msikubali na viongozi wenye hawana mipango yoyote. Watu wa ukabila na chuki. Watu wa kisirani na kuendesha vita na kupanga vita ya kuharibu mali ya watu wengine.
Nataka nimwambie William Ruto kama sisi hatufiki 2027 hata wewe ufiki. Usipofika haufiki.
Mimi niko kwa tayari kwa mtihani. Hiyo mtihani tutafanya 2027. Mimi niko tayari kwa hiyo mtihani.
2027 wataenda waende.
Hatutaki kwenda kwa uchaguzi wa 2027 na hasira mingi zaidi. Hasira ni nini?
Raila is totally irrelevant in the Kenyan political discourse. Right now he finds things are too hot for William Ruto. He is trying to distance himself.
I am telling my competitors, you have no credible plan on what you want to do about these young people of Kenya.
Sisi usikiza ground.
Ngumi mbwekse. Niaje. Mko sawa? Mimi napenda vijana mbaya noma. Mko sawa? Noma si noma.
They say something must kill a man.
Looking at she kill the goat. Looking at she spend money.
Something must kill a man.
Something must to kill a man.
For you it is gambling, for another person it is drinking.
That this culture of gambling is killing many families, Mr. Speaker. And gambling is an addiction, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, sending fare is a gamble. Especially for a young man like Eddie, Mr. Speaker. Because chances are she may come or not come. That is a gamble. It has odds, Mr. Speaker.
We are gambling with our lives. We are gambling with the economy. We are gambling with elections, Mr. Speaker. We are gambling in our relationship, Mr. Speaker. The only gambler we should allow is Kenny Rogers' song about gambling, Mr. Speaker. That's the only song we should allow.
Every gambler knows the secret to...
Yes. Vibwanga hapa. I can see people following this great conversation. Join us here. we discussed, of course, the reaction from Kenyans after Rigathi comments. And Rigathi comments yesterday during the explainer has raised a lot of concerns from most people. Most people, they have questioned why are we getting this from the former DP? Of course, he has secrets of the government. So why are we getting this? So he is questioning the head of states, that is the former DP, and aggressively saying that he knows a lot of things that Kenyans, they don't know.
To start with, my forums were not a praise and worship session. I didn't want people to come and praise and worship me and agree with me 100%. I was very happy to have negative criticism and had an opportunity to explain to the young girl that when I speak to people, my work is to give them hope and to give them encouragement. When I met some Mount Kenya people in Boston, they are business people there, I had to affirm them and say what is their place in our growth of our economy.
What do you think is the place of the Mount Kenya people in the economy?
They are hardworking. I said you people are hardworking. You are industrious. You are central in the Kenyan economy. And I'm very happy that the same industry I see back home is what I see here in Boston. And you must continue with that spirit. Those people who I met in Boston were from the Mount Kenya. I speak their language. I had no business speaking to them in English because I was in Boston. The fact that I was in Boston did not make me English. I was still Kikuyu. They were all Kikuyus. They had called me for a boozy in a traditional way because I'm an elder. And they said, we have an organization here from home. We want you to come as an elder. We give you boozy. And when I rose to speak to them, I spoke to them in our language. And I just talked to them about industry, about working hard. And I was very happy with what they are doing. And I told them even back at home, this community is hardworking and it plays a very central role in the economic development of our country. I didn't say that others don't work hard. I didn't say others are not important. And Yvonne, even you are an anchor. When I speak to you as a leader, I must affirm you. I must say, Yvonne, you are a good presenter. I must.
Here
you are. Let me take you through. I'll take some time. It's not me. I was simply asking him to answer. Senator James Rich is the chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee in American Senate. Tabled a bill in the Senate asking that the status of Kenya as a non-NATO ally be reviewed in view of the following allegations. Relations with China, that is one. Number two, relations with Iran. Number three, government of Kenya and key officials of Kenya with non-state armed groups and violent extremist organizations, including the Rapid Support Forces and Al-Shabaab. Participation in the Belt and Road Initiative, and then blocked persons and foreign terrorist organizations, including such individuals and entities based in southern Sudan and Somalia. Again, extrajudicial killings and abductions. I am not the one who came with these allegations. So, when these allegations came and they were in the headline, Kenya is under investigations in the Senate. This is a bill. I've given it to you. President William Ruto replied and said the Americans have a problem with him because he has opened bilateral trade with China, which is good for the country. And that is why the Americans want to review their relationship with Kenya.
Rigathi. Yes, Rigathi giving a lot of deep secrets from the government. But the response from the president, you're waiting to see the response from the president, because this one deserves a response from the president and also the leaders, because he talked a lot, very sensitive information, and he said that he is ready to give information if they need be. Rigathi, do you think Rigathi is saying the truth, or is it because of the pressure that he got from impeachment? That is all what we can ask you here in Africa 24. People following Jeff Father Warrior, Jaume John, Dinol Herrera. I can see you following this conversation. What you need to do is follow us here, subscribe to Africa 24, and then we will appreciate for you joining us here as we discuss more about the future of this country.
Lecture ukiwa nani?
Waswahili wanakuambia nyege ni kunyegezana.
Enda ukapeane lecture huko kwako.
Ati wameitwa pale Karen juzi na huyu mtu anaitwa Mr. Moneybags.
Nao wanamuziki walikuja 50, mimi naita wanamuziki 500 wakuje pale Karen. Tujua utafanya nini?
Kidiki newitu tutige murekia vara kwe maundu mahanika agira mundu.
Wamekuwa wasaliti ya jamii.
Una lecture mwanamuziki, una lecture mwanasiasa.
Wasipoomba msamaha tuache kusikiza nyimbo zao.
Ati unasema umeamrisha wananchi wasisikize nyimbo. Unaamrisha kama nani?
Deputy President huyu Bonoko ati empowerment.
Tuheshimiane my friend. Mimi ni mtu ya heshima, lakini my friend, if you come within shooting range, we will deal with you.
Ati empowerment.
Malala na yeye ni mwingine. Malala, fanya heshima. Umekuwa na mdomo wa kutukana watu. Malala, nataka kukwambia tena kwa mara ya pili. Malala, koma kiume na magari uende ukasukume.
Hatutaogopa.
Lakini mnajua katika msafara wa mamba huwa mburukenge hakosekani.
Wameona kwamba ground imetereza, wameanza programs ambazo zinaitwa ati empowerment programs.
Sisi hatutaki nyenyenye.
Ukileta nyenyenye.
Fimbo.
Uwezi kuwa wewe utaninyegeza na mimi sikunyegezi, haitaleta show.
Wangenipatia hiyo docket hiyo ya usalama siku 3 peke yake.
Wao na shule ni hawaelewani. Mmoja anaitwa Oscar Sudi.
Na mtu asikutisha rais. Najua mimi naona ule mtu tulivugusa bado anaongea hapo.
Nilisikia mtu mwingine kumbafu anasema ati nani aliambia Ruto tunataka manyumba.
Akaenda akapeana vifunguu kubwa hivi ati watu wameingia kwa manyumba. Akaanza kuimba kama sio wewe. Akaimba wimbo yote huyu mtu.
Na huyu mtu mjinga ambaye ananiuliza nani alikuambia ati utujengee nyumba, ako na choo 5 kwa nyumba yake. Si huyo mtu ni kumbavu kabisa.
Kama sio wewe.
Jericho kulikuwa na watu wa makelele kama hawa.
Wale watu wamepatia nyumba zote, kesho yake polisi wanakuja wanawatoa. Wanawaambia hiyo haikuwa nyumba zenyu, tulikuwa tunapiga tu picha na vifunguu.
Bottom up ni hiyo, kutoa mtu pale kwa slum kupeleka kwa ghorofa ya 11. Hiyo ndio bottom up. Kwani iko bottom mingine kuliko kwa nyumba? Si pale ndio bottom. Endelee tusiendelee.
Rais, nataka kukupatia habari kama huna habari. Hii chama iko kila pahali ya Kenya. Na ndio itapeleka wewe nyumbani asubuhi na mapema.
Hiyo chama ni hatari sana.
Wewe wachana na chama yetu.
Faruk Kibet, yeye hakuenda shule.
Sasa mimi niko ndani ya serikali na sirudi.
Mimi sijui kitu inaitwa broad base. Sijui.
Utafute nchi yako nyingine uende uishi.
Kwa hivyo 2027 Ruto arudi nyuma ya baba. Ati chama gani? Nilitaka Sifuna asikie ndiye ajue mapi ya Kenya. Unajua huyu Sifuna anaongea mambo mingi na ajui hata Kenya inakaje.
Hiyo ni mambo kidogo. Tutasukumana nao mbio. Tutapelekana mbio kama gari ya miraa.
Atakimbiza nyinyi kama basikeli ya kuibiwa.
Sisi hatutaki nyenyenye. Ukileta nyenyenye, fimbo.
Fimbo inachapa. Fimbo.
Yes, of course, we are here discussing about the future and the remarks made by the former Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua, about the remarks that he made about the president saying, no, we cannot continue like this. We have to get a solution for what is happening. That is Rigathi, the former Deputy President, and he might be knowing some of the information. So we are here asking you about this. Do you really think he is saying the truth, or it is because of the pressure from the social media, pressure from the impeachment, which is making him to talk like this? Tell us here in Afrique 24 political discussion. And again, tell us where you're following this great conversation that happens here every day, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. or during this time, we give you the platform to talk to other Kenyans and share your views about what is happening. The future of this country is what we are discussing here. Continue sending your views, and most important, subscribe to Afrique 24. Afrique 24, this is a channel that you just need to subscribe to this channel, and we will appreciate following us from other social media platforms. Please subscribe to Afrique 24, and we will be happy for that. Share our views, share our content.